Welcome to your February 2023 all astrology. But as this year goes on, we're going to see a lot of changes. Okay. So, all right. So this is astro.com. Yeah. We're going to scroll down to February. The reason I actually had this up though from the get go is because I kind of wanted to show you guys the declinations. And I don't know if they just added this or if I never noticed it before, which is crazy. But these declinations, which is the second chart they show, which is like this chart right here. See, so for January, you get two charts, you see. You get the first one here all the way across, and then right under it, there's another one, right? Well, that other one is the declinations. And that declinations and the latitudes, these are telling us when things are out of bounds. Yeah, right? So look at Mars in red, all that in red for Mars. Yeah. And so that's all of January, right? And so, and you already have a video up for January. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. And there's even a Mars series, go watch them. But we're going to go into February and we're going to start off by pointing out some of the changes that we're going to be having. Okay. The first change, you'll see Mercury is going to go into the sign of Aquarius. So here's Mercury here. Okay. And by the 12th day of February, Mercury changes signs. Okay. So it's going into Aquarius. And what this means is if you thought information and news and communication was going at lightning speed before, like things were just like bam, 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 you can expect life to increase in speed. And likely there can be just revelations for some people, literally revelations, because of the fact that when you have Mercury and Aquarius together, you remember Mercury is the messenger of the gods. Aquarius energy is like the universe. So when you mix Aquarius with Mercury, you're getting downloads from the universe, right? You're getting information you weren't privy to before. You'll be more apt to be open to it at this time. And it will be like lightning bolts. It's like that scientist in the laboratory, Aquarius, who all of a sudden gets the light bulb and it pops on and it's like, aha, I figured this out, right? And that's Mercury in Aquarius. So that is on the February 12th. Okay. And as you see, Mercury moves pretty fast. So you see its numbers. Look how fast Mercury moves, especially in Aquarius, another fellow air sign. So Mercury is known to be like the rocket scientist, literally, the rocket scientist in Aquarius. This is highly, highly intellectual, genius type of energy, right? So we're all going to get a taste of that. Woohoo, right? There's another change, and that's Venus, Mercury's sibling, right there. You see Venus changes sign. Venus will be in the sign of Aries, switching into the sign of Aries. Yeah. Now you'll notice that Venus was in Pisces, which at the time of this recording, Venus is in Capricorn, right? So Venus is moving pretty quickly. There's no retrograding happening. And so I'm going back to January, the end of January, January 28th, you see Venus has entered Pisces right there at 1-7. Okay. And that's Venus up there. Yeah. So it changes what we do. It changes what's important to us. It changes our sensitivity level big time. Venus is going to go into the extremely sensitive sign of Pisces in end of January. And Venus is going to be more laid back, more about movies and theater and Calgon, take me away, time to take a hot bath. And I want to disappear, and music, big time Venus, because Venus is what I desire. Yeah. So you see, we're back to February now, and Venus is going to stay in Pisces all the way until the 21st of February. And let me go across. Probably not. Yeah. Right there. Tuesday, the 21st, we've got Venus entering Pisces. Okay. So that tells you that the Venus mode, the Venus vibration, her energy and what she desires is changing yet again. When it goes into Aries, Venus is more fiery. Venus is a little bit more physical. Venus is going to be very relaxed and laid back and more about, I want to be in an even more receptive mode when she's in Pisces. So some of us who have strong Venus energy, we may feel a little lazy even. It's quite You know, it's a really good possibility. We feel more prone to surrender, to relax, to just chill. You know, that's Pisces. Yeah, again, music, movies, fantasy, books, sci-fi. So be careful how you're spending money at that time. You're going to be really drawn, and because Venus is our values and our money, just be extra cautious. Just be smart. Just be smart. Okay. The helping thing will be when Mercury enters Aquarius in February, which is very smart, very quick thinking, right? Very quick thinking and can grasp the big concepts, right? Remember rocket scientist genius energy, and that's on the 12th. Okay. So that way you have a little bit of a heads up of the change of those energies. I think there was a couple more I wanted to point out. We have a serious degree in Saturn, 29 degrees in Aquarius. Saturn has been in Aquarius for 2.5 years, folks. So this isn't new. However, it's at the testing phase once it hits 29 degrees, really the last 5 degrees, which, as you see, the beginning of February, you got Saturn 25 degrees. So that tells us structures and rules with group energy. It's Aquarius, okay? It's group energy, it's it's social circles, social media, social circles, our friends, it's social causes, humanitarian causes. You know, this is organizing. This is, you know, we think of the nursing strike that's going on, and I know there's probably going to be an education strike, the railroad strike, like big time organizing unions. The unions that is going to pave the road for Pluto and Aquarius, folks. Like the worker is going to finally be recognizing and acknowledged, right? If things have to function. So anyway, testing phase for rules and authority figures, people who are in charge, holding them accountable, even, right? Especially when we get to the end of the month. 29 degrees is a critical degree. That's why I have it lit up. So that's the month end for February. Now, when we get on to look at Pluto, right? Here's Pluto. Pluto, we're looking at, look at 28 degrees at the beginning of February, right? So where's the Capricorn energy in your chart? This is how you'll understand this. You're looking at the signs when I'm talking about these planets and the signs that they're in, okay? Your chart will show you the sign, and I'm telling you, Saturn is in Aquarius. For the Capricorn, you see Capricorn, Pluto is in Capricorn at these serious degrees. Testing phase. So right now what we see is a theme of Pluto at 29 in Capricorn and Saturn at 29 in Aquarius. These are authority figures, absolutely. And that all being challenged, okay? That all being challenged. And then we see right now at the beginning of February, actually it happened in January, there's something going on with Leo energy. A little bit more theatrical, maybe a little bit more fun, a little bit more play in our life. We have Black Moon Lilith. If we go back, Black Moon Lilith literally entered the sign of Leo energy on the 9th of January. Yeah, January 9th, Black Moon Lilith in Leo. So think of all the Leo keywords, all right? Fun, children, romance, creativity, dating, mating, relating, gambling, taking a risk with my body. Like that's all Leo stuff. It's sports, right? All that is Leo. And it's Black Moon Lilith who typically, you know, if she can get to your degree, if you have something there or match, Black Moon Lilith can be tricky energy, very tricky. She pulls up our shadow side. There's a communication. Something happens. We might be a little too sarcastic. We might take having a good time and having fun a little bit too far. Black Moon Lilith will show us our shadow side and the shadow sides of those around us. And that's the whole purpose of Black Moon Lilith, is to wake us up and for us to see the sides of our personality we didn't want to honor. And so it's going to be ego because it's Leo. It's going to be our ego, right? And wanting to be out front, not so much because I want to be first, but you want people to look up to you, right? Think of the pride, the lion up on the pride and all the animals looking up like, oh, well, you're the king. You know, you lead the way. You're the king. And it's leading the way because you set the rules, right? You tell us when we can or can't do something, right? And so that's more of that ego Leo energy. So just think about how that plays into your life, okay? And where that plays out in your chart. Where is your Leo energy? I want to show you this one other thing on this chart. Oh, why is it telling me it's not here any longer? The Mars retrograde, this is just for a reminder to continue looking. We're going to go See, we're in February. Let's go find February. Let me get you guys with me. You are with me. Great. So here's February. We're going to go to the out of bounds again. Okay. So here we are out of bounds 24. This is the month of February. Now you see as the month of February gets on, we're at 25 degrees. Pretty far out of bounds, right? Yeah. Pretty far. When we look to the out of bounds, yeah, it's been at 20. We've been riding at 24 for the entire month of January, right? Yep. And then we are going to go to the February. And then we're going to take a peek at the March real quick out of bounds. And because I think it's important to see that we're not going down in numbers. It's now at 20, a steady 25, 25, 36 even, right? And I believe it peaks at 25, 37. And that's March, okay? That's the middle of March, March 18th, March 19th, March 20th is where Mars is peaking. Because then if I go and look at the next month, you see it's going down 25, 28, 25, 20, 25, 24 by the 15th of April or March. Yeah, April. Couldn't remember my months. So that's good news. Like Mars is able to strengthen our bodies. You're going to see people right now in January and February and even in March, yourself feeling more stronger. Like you may be able to get by on a little bit less sleep than you're used to being able to get by on. Maybe, right? Depending upon other things in your chart. You may see and hear stories about people doing things that seem, like, really? Wow. I can't imagine, Mars enables people to just, it gives people more power. It's their drive. It's their passion. So it's some really powerful energy. All right. But that was just to give you a quick overview of the planets for February and then the that Mars thing, because we're still dealing with it. Yeah. Yeah. It might be out of bounds, but it's still I'm sorry, it might be done retrograding, but it's still out of bounds, folks. And so that's something we're still just dealing with. Below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.